Right, forget the slick intros. No one's got time for that. Straight to it. Morgan, my guy, how are things in the world of Forex where charts move at the speed of a sloth on holiday?
All right, Chris, things are solid. Better than your world of cartoon dogs and 99% overnight crashes.
Hey,
I'd bet. Listen up, everyone. Welcome to Big Short Club. Today, we're doing a public service. We're going to save you a boatload of money by teaching you a core CMT Level 2 concept: how to stop overfitting your damn strategies.
overfitting, the silent account killer. It's the reason your back test tells you you're a trading god,
Right.
but your live P&L is telling you to get a job at Mackey's. For the people in the back, break it down. What is it in your your ancient pre-crypto terms?
Ah, wait, have some respect for your elders. Look, it's a proper trap. Overfitting is when you fine tune a trading strategy so it works, well, perfectly on old data.
Right.
You've basically taught it to memorize the past. It knows every single wiggle from last year's chart.
Yeah.
But the market is a living, breathing beast. It never repeats itself exactly.
Yeah.
So when you let your perfect strategy run on live money, it completely falls apart.
Got it. So it's like I built a bot that absolutely smashed the 2021 crypto bull run.
Okay.
It bought every 5% dip and sold the top tick. Then 2022 hits, winter arrives, and my genius bot just keeps buying the dip all the way to zero. It only knew how to play one game.
That's the perfect picture. You've taught your system to recognize a golden retriever, right? Showed it 1,000 pictures. It gets an A+. Then the market shows you a poodle. It's still a dog, mate.
Yeah.
But your rigid system is clueless. You haven't found a real repeatable edge. You've just curve fitted to random noise.
So how do people even fall for this? Is it just being naive?
Yeah, and
Thinking you found the holy grail?
it's seductive, isn't it? You start with a simple moving average crossover. The backtest is all right, maybe 5% up. Then you think, let's add an RSI filter. Only take trades if it's below 70. Backtest jumps to 15%. Sweet. Now let's only trade it on a Tuesday morning and avoid bank holidays. Suddenly your backtest says you're making 100% a year, but you haven't made a better strategy.
Wow.
You've just built a strategy that was perfect for all the Tuesdays last year.
So you've just described one moment in time. That's not an algorithm.
No.
That's a photograph. And this ain't theoretical, is it? The consequences are real.
Mate, they're brutal. Look at Knight Capital. A glitchy, over-optimized algorithm went live and lost them $440 million
Wow.
in 45 minutes. That's the price you pay for a system that looked good on a spreadsheet but couldn't handle the real world. So how do we, the little guys, avoid getting absolutely rinsed?
All right, Professor Morgan, give us the knowledge. What's the first line of defense?
It's called out-of-sample testing, OOS. It's your foundational check. It's dead simple.
Okay.
No excuses for not doing it. You get your historical data, let's say 10 years of it. You build, tweak, and perfect your strategy using only the first 7 years.
Right.
That's your in-sample data, your training ground.
So you do all your science, all your tweaking on that first 70% of the data.
All of it. Then, when you reckon it's a world beater, you lock it in, pencils down, no more changes, and you unleash it on the last 3 years of data, the out-of-sample part that it has never seen before.
And if the performance goes off the cliff,
You know it was a fraud. You know it was overfitted, and you've just saved yourself from blowing up a real account. If the performance is similar, if the stats still look decent, then you might be onto something real. It's a bit like dating, isn't it? The in-sample period is the first few dates. They're charming, perfect, showing you what you want to see.
Right.
The out-of-sample test is when you go on holiday together. That's the real test of the relationship.
I feel that. So in my world, that's building an ETH bot on the 2020 DeFi summer data,
Exactly.
then seeing if it survives the 2021 bull market and the 2022 winter. It's got to work in sun and snow.
Exactly. But even that can be a fluke. Maybe your out-of-sample period was just one big, easy trend. For that, you need to bring out the big guns. walk-forward analysis.
Sounds heavy. Is this where you sacrifice a goat to the trading gods?
Almost. It's just OOS testing, but on a loop. Instead of one big 70-30 split, you do it with rolling chunks of time. You optimize your strategy on 2018's data,
Okay.
then test it on 2019. Then you walk forward. You re-optimize on 2019's data and test it on 2020. You keep doing this again and again across your whole data set.
Okay, I get it. It's a constant, brutal validation.
Yeah.
You're forcing the strategy to prove it can adapt to new years, new volatility, new market players.
You've got it. This is how you find out if your strategy has a genuine, lasting edge or if it was just a one-hit wonder. A simple back test is the Baha Men. A past walk-forward analysis is Led Zeppelin. One had a single summer hit, the other had a career.
That's a great way to put it. So what about the strategy itself? Any ground rules to avoid this mess from the start?
Keep it simple. Stupid, the KISS principle. A real market edge is usually beautifully simple. If your strategy needs more than, say, 3 or 4 conditions to be true, you're probably on the wrong track. If your entry rule is RSI must be oversold and MACD must cross, but only on a Wednesday afternoon and only if my cat is sleeping on the right side of the sofa, you haven't found a secret edge.
Right.
You've just described random noise from the past.
That's gospel in crypto. You see these charts on Twitter that are just a mess of indicators. It's like a painter sneezed on the screen. The person thinks they're a genius,
Yep.
but they've just curve fitted the hell out of the last 48 hours of a shitcoin's price action.
It's the same pattern, different asset. So the takeaway plan, 1, understand that overfitting is a trap that wants you to fall in it. 2, always use out-of-sample testing as your basic bullshit detector. 3, to build something professional, you need to use walk-forward analysis. And 4, the golden rule, simplicity is your friend. An elegant, simple strategy is harder to break.
Solid gold. It's about building for resilience, not for a perfect looking back test. All right, you lot listening. This ain't a lecture. It's a conversation. We've got a chat group, the link's down below. Hop in, have a laugh with us, and tell us about the most ridiculously overfitted strategy you ever built. We won't judge you.
Much. We absolutely will. But we'll do it with a smile. So join anyway. So Chris, after all that, are you finally going to stop trading coins named after Japanese dog breeds?
Never, but I might just run a proper walk-forward analysis on them first. Right, to wrap this up, here's a question for everyone to chew on. We've talked for, 40 minutes about testing the system, but what about the person building it? How much of your own human bias, your own desire for a perfect risk-free money printer is the real reason you end up creating an overfitted strategy in the first place?
Deep. Have a think on that. We'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe out there.